Hey, what's up, peeps? Hope you had a great week. Yeah, it was just another typical work week, but headed out on another weekend extravaganza adventure with no known real destination. A couple different places that I looked at on my All Trails app. So there's some pretty cool little trails, a couple of state parks we're gonna check out. We're gonna camp tonight at Whitewater State Park, hopefully. Also gonna go this weekend check out the Great River Bluff State Park, which is way down by over in the La Crosse area. So there'll be a lot of views, a lot of neat stuff to see. Hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. It's only supposed to be up in maybe the 30s, I think. A little bit more, maybe 40, I don't know. But overnight low is down to 20. So I'm trying to go and figure out how to go and heat my little truck tent. That's what I'm going to be camping in this weekend. I got this little heater for the under the desk. Whitewater State Park, they still have electricity on their sites, so I'm going to plug into there as I'm trying to go and find someone that has one of those jackeries. It's a portable power bank, but nobody was able to hit me up on that except for a friend of mine that's way back in Oline, which is quite a ways away, not the right direction I'm going. So eventually might get one of those and try that out. So we got about an hour 20 minutes to get to St. Charles, Minnesota, where basically the state park is. So onward, let's check it out. Thanks for tagging along. All right, well, we got here to Whitewater State Park, just north of St. Charles, Minnesota, about 8 miles. We found a spot. There's only like 4. It looks like they're reservable, but fair warning, there's no cell signal in this valley, which is not a surprise. So I can't go and register because I don't see a registration kiosk anywhere. It says there is one, but I have no idea where it's at. It's pitch black outside. So in the morning, I'll go over to the Welcome Center and let them know I got here later and there's no cell reception, which I'm sure they've had heard that before. But I got a little thermometer. It's about 42, 44 degrees in here right now. We'll give you a quick little, obviously you know the tent. There's put a little rug or a piece of carpet there for my shoes. We don't have the loft, so I made a little board to fill in that space over there. Not going to use that heater, only if it gets really, really cold. Like I said, there's our thermometer. I got this little electric heater. That's the one I was telling you about. I have not turned it on yet, so I'm going to wait and see. It's not really bad in here at all, surprisingly. And then I got storage underneath and my pillow. I think I'm going to go and have my head under there this time, just because being here, I got here late. Something's going on with this tent. I don't understand what's going on. I think I might have it too much leaning backwards. So I don't remember it, even with the loft in here being this low. And it's also hard to zip the zipper. So I have to go on back on the reviews and go check that out again. But we'll give this a shot. All right, friends, you know what time it is. Tent set up. Step 1 is done. Now it's time for step 2. Tonight's step 2 choice is a Shriner Bock. A friend of mine was drinking this. Says pretty good. Recommend me to give it a try. So we'll give it a shot. It ain't too bad after all. Not that with that any doubts. But good call. Thanks for the recommendation. Cheers. Alright, after about 45 minutes, the heat setting is turned to max. I don't know what that necessarily means or not on the fancy little heater. Fan speed is at 1. Start at 42 degrees, and probably might not be able to see it. We're at 68 degrees in here. Not super roasty toasty by any means, but not cold by any means. It's pretty nice. Okay, after sitting in the tent for a while and thinking things over, remember there's some orange straps that are in the inside. you need to have those tightened, which lifts up this outside corner, which makes this whole entire front panel nice and takes out that sag that I had before. Lessons learned. It's always a learning experience when you try new gear. Have to have a campfire whenever you go camping. Sort of cheated a little bit. I bought one of those Duraflame logs that lasts a couple hours to get it going, because I didn't know how dry this firewood is that you purchase from the campground. In Minnesota, you cannot transport what do you want to call it? Unapproved firewood from different vendors and such. You have to buy it either from the park or from an authorized dealer that is licensed and has been inspected. So we're gonna make sure it burns. Duraflame log it is. Alright, friends. Great night's sleep last night. Woke up a couple times during the middle of the night just to see what the temperature was from that little fan working, or heater I should say. And it's actually stayed pretty consistent. Always at about 65 degrees. The only time it ever changed, of course, was when, of course, I had to open up the door to go use the restroom. But other than that, it worked out pretty good. So it'd be pretty interesting to see with one of those Jackery battery packs and go out in the middle of nowhere just to see how much energy that fan heater will use off from that Jackery. But we're gonna get up here in a little bit, go get the stove fired up, get some bacon and eggs, make some breakfast omelets, and then go check out that nature center. And then time to start hitting some trails. Chimney Rock looks, I've seen and heard, is pretty cool, and there's some other ones here that are pretty interesting as well. So time to get the day going. Now to get a good look at Whitewater in the morning, a little bit anyway. We're down in the valley, of course. Outhouse over there. Looks like a lot of the trails go uphill. There's some pretty cool bluffs, overlooks. Some say you get about 200 steps, steep hills. You can see some weird outcropping in the middle of the screen there. I'm sure that trail goes over there somewhere. Sort of reminds me of Yellow River State Forest. The valleys and the hills. But we'll go check it out first half of the day and then move onward. But first, bacon and breakfast and coffee. The money shot. All right, time to hit the trail. We're gonna be walking the Chimney Rock Trail. Some really cool rock formations up top there from right here. And then once we get done up there, we will head over to Inspiration Point and back. But Chimney Rock is right up there. But it's a long switchback, it looks like on the map, to go over that way and back in approximately 200 steps. Oh joy, I can't wait. This area up here is called the North Picnic Area. Some really cool old limestone buildings and shelter houses and such, as well as this bridge that we're about to come to cross the Whitewater River. I think there's also some trout streams up in this area as well. There's also a beach here at Whitewater State Park. This water, I'm going to assume, has to be super cold. Yeah, it's probably spring fed from the streams coming out of the limestone bluffs. Have fun with that one. I might pass. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We park right there. Right here's where we're at right now. We're gonna walk this trail to the letter S, then head up to Chimney Rock, and then follow that trail all the way down to Inspiration Point, and then back. Should be a fun time. Let's go! Pretty clear water. But we must go onward, or we're never gonna get to the top of this thing. Oh yeah, remember I said there's 200 steps? Here we go. It's just the beginning. Well, we made it to waypoint S, the junction on that trail. Here we get a pretty good look of the river valley, even though it'll be better once we get to the top. Eventually we'll go down that trail. It goes to Inspiration Point. Backside is just a deep valley, or at least the start of one. But upward to Chimney Rock. Now this is pretty cool. This is a jagged, rough trail. It's not terribly steep. It's more of a gradual climb, but still pretty cool. Here's one of the chimney rocks. There's supposed to be one up here. I can't remember what the name of it is. But there's a big hollow void underneath it, where people have crawled underneath it. I think they called it the Vice. I'm not quite sure. Also, another thing up in this area is there are a few timber rattlesnakes up here. But at the visitor center, they said that there was only one that was seen last year and none the year before. Here's the one they call the Vice. You can crawl up and under and in. Sounds like fun. And no, I'm not going to crawl underneath it, even though I'm sure it's not going to move. But still, pretty cool. There we go. Top of Chimney Rock. But there's that other one, chimney, that way is the same we're at. What a view. Beach. Blacktop coming in from St. Charles. Beautiful color of the sky, holy cow. I'm sure over to those bluffs there's another trail. Might be called Coyote Trail, I'm not quite sure. Absolutely beautiful. Sort of interesting on the back side of that chimney. You can see the hole that goes all the way through. But along this whole entire valley, you probably can't see it, the sun's sort of screwing up the shot. But looks like there's like 3 or 4 other little rock outcroppings. Don't know if any of those are inspiration point. I'm assuming not. It looks like it's be too close. We gotta go down the valley quite a ways. Onward. Beautiful this place would be in the fall. All the colors. Simply amazing. Sorry for the wind, but holy moly, that's a long ways down. That's not even the bottom. You got another ledge right there. As you can see the creek, or actually Whitewater River. Alright, made it to letter R. Almost the inspiration point. Time to get inspired. If that's up. Inspiration Point. There's another point way over there. Don't know if that one has a name. There we got Bald Eagle. There we go. Can't find him anymore. There you go. Don't know what that bluff is over there. That's pretty cool as well. I don't know if that's that big flat one. I was thinking it's Coyote Bluff. Well, I'm going to head back on the exact same trail, which actually goes up that way. Or, there's an option, you could go down below, down these steps, and more steps, and more steps, and more steps, all the way to the bottom, and then walk on the road, down another trail into the parking lot. I'm just going to stay up on top of the ridge here, even though it's windy and it's a little chilly. But, time to go back to the car and on to the next spot. And as with everything, what goes up must go down all 200 of these steps. See you at the bottom. Alright, that concludes the Chimney Rock Trail and the Inspiration Point Trail. We're almost getting back to the truck and onward to the next spot.